go, go, go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I know I'm in, I know I'm in. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, I'm in. Come on, show me the money. Shit. Trace, come on. Oh, I'm gonna get it. Come on. Not long to go. Come on. The count started. Begin. Go. Yes. So these whaling fans just ordered a shoe shine. Hang on a minute. That's my address. Oh man, I gotta get out of here. If anyone's still watching this cast, remember me, I'm an axe kicker, and I kick some axe. Wait, I can pay.
Nobody steals from Wayland.
Welcome to Smashing Plastic. My name's Richard and this sinister looking SOB over here with a plastic gun, that's Shawn.
Today we're going to review Netrunner, a game that's so good. If you're not playing it right now, you're doing it wrong.
I'm going to tell you why you're doing it wrong, because it's so good. So Netrunner is set in the distant future, or the cyberpunk future, or the android future from Fantasy Flight. And it tells a story of these heroes of social justice trying to bring down the mega corporations. And there's a few different kinds of hackers. There's the criminals that are trying to steal secrets and sell them off. And you've got the anarchs that are just doing it for the absolute chaos of it all and trying to just bring down the system from the inside. And then you have the shapers that are out there to prove themselves and just to show off that they can tear these corporations apart from the inside.
Don't listen to that clown. Netrunner doesn't tell a story about these courageous social justice people. No, it tells a story about honest corporations trying to make an honest day's pay. Look, you can play as Wayland, who's just trying to, you know, build better technologies, make a better future. You could play as the Jinteki, who are just trying to, you know, use cloning for medical research. Who doesn't want better medicine? You could play as the NBN. They're just trying to tell the truth. Who doesn't want the truth? Or you could play as Hasbioroid, trying to build these androids that are just going to make your life easier. They're going to ease you into a better lifestyle. Who doesn't want that so much?
So in order to bring down these mega corporations, you're going to have to run them. You're going to have to run them hard, you're going to run them fast, and you're going to run them consistently to bring down their servers, find the juicy secrets. And in order to do that, you've got to construct a rig. So what you've got at your disposal to do that is you have resources. These are the guys on the street that are going to help you out with bringing down these corporations with cash, different sorts of benefits. Next thing you're going to do is install some hardware. So this is the stuff sitting on your desktop that you're going to bung your programs into. It's going to give you some more benefits when you're running your programs. Next thing, which is key, which is core, you're going to run your programs, and that's what's going to bring down these corporation servers. And then the last thing are your events, and they're the things that are happening on the street, happening instantly, and they're going to give you all sorts of different benefits too.
Forget the runners in this chaotic mess of a rig. No, as a corporation, things are nice and ordered. You need to keep that runner out. You need to keep them out of your headquarters. This is your boardroom. This is where all the secrets are being kept. This is the R&D department. Your draw piles, the R&D department. This is where the secrets are being made. This is where all the runners trying to get in and steal things before they happen. Then you got your archive. This is like your deleted emails. And the runner's gonna try to get in there like the media and try to steal your secrets from the garbage. We're the media. They don't get to do that. Now look, to do that, you've got these intrusion countermeasures. They're called ICE. And you install these hidden. You install everything you control hidden, because the runner doesn't get to see what you're gonna do. And that's the really fun part about playing the corporation, is it's a hidden game. And only when they approach, only when they try to run this server, do you spring the ice on them and surprise them with what's gonna happen. Then you spring up your installed assets and your installed agendas. And you might even have upgrades on your server that's all gonna try to confound the runner and keep them out. It's a guessing game, it's the shell game. You're gonna slide things around. And same as they've got events, well, you've got operations. And these operations might include shooting certain people in the face when they try to steal your stuff, because it's not gonna happen.
So as a runner, I've got a whole bunch of actions that I can use. As an example, I can get some cash, I can draw a card, or I can make a run, and that's what I really want to do. So if you have a look here, his R&D is there. It's pretty well protected by a whole bunch of ice, so I'm scared off by that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run at the boardroom, hit his HQ. So in I go, I take an action into the boardroom. What's he done? He's activated a piece of ice. It's a barrier piece of ice, but luckily for me, I've got a program that's a barrier icebreaker. So I'm in there, it's going to cost me a couple of bucks. Burn through his ice. I've got into the CFO's office onto his hard drive. I'm accessing some information I forgot. Government contracts. I'm going to score that. Sweet.
I hate it when you do that. Look, playing the corpse is a lot different because it's not as chaotic, but the control can sometimes bog you down. I have to draw a card at the start of every turn. And in order to score my agendas, I need to spend my hard-earned money and one of my 3 actions to advance these cards. Now, when they steal it, when they steal that off of there, I lose all that time, I lose all that cash. It's like he's hitting me twice. And it's not easy because I need to score 5 advancement counters in order to get 3 points. And he steals it. He just walks into my R&D and pulls it out. He gets the points instead. Some have got 1, some have got 2, some have got 3. The point is we're each trying to get to 7, and the first one to 7 is going to win the game. Now, there's a few other different ways to win. He can beat me by depleting all of the ideas out of my R&D. When the corporation's got no ideas left, they're gone. I can beat him by killing him, and that's a little bit more satisfying, I think.
Damn straight he's going to try and kill me, and there's a bunch of ways that he can do that. In Netrunner, your hand is, as the runner, your hand is called a grip, and that represents your grip on reality while you're surfing around in the net. So he's going to do net damage to me, and that's going to reduce my hand size eventually to nothing, which means that my grip on reality is gone, and I'm floating around in the net, drooling on my keyboard 2 days later. The second way that he can do it is do brain damage. So he's going to send a zap down the line and actually cook my brain. So if you can smell hot dogs, that ain't dinner. And then the third way of doing it is he can drop tags on me, find out where I'm actually living, send around some heavies, and shoot me in the head. Kill me dead.
So, in order to do that kind of stuff to him, in order to inflict that damage, I need my ice to have lots of good subroutines, lots of juicy meat in it that's gonna really struggle to get through. So you see some of them, they've only got like 1 subroutine, and if you're lucky, it's gonna end the run. Other ones, they're gonna have heaps of subroutines that are gonna do heaps of stuff to them. And you know, some of them, they just say like, do 2 net damage, do 2 meat damage, do something, end the run. And some of them are actually traces. And traces are kind of cool because it represents me trying to find him to put some effect on him, like a tag, like you mentioned. Tags are good because with a tag, I can find your apartment and I can blow up the entire block you live on, because that's the way Wayland do things. But these are all active things. These are all, you know, they require me to do it to you. Really cool thing about Netrunner is they include things like traps. Traps are reactive. Traps happen during the runner's turn when he doesn't expect it. It's a surprise. I'm gonna have a look in your R&D department and find the big jabberjaws that are gonna snap on my head and
One of the best things about Netrunner is the theme is just dripping off it. The flavor text on these cards is fantastic. So for example, you're going down the club, you spend a couple of turns or clicks there, and you're actually going to get some benefits. You're talking to some dudes, they're going to give you some cash, they know that they hate that corporation too, and they're going to help you out. It's brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic. All the different characters, they have different special abilities as well that you can leverage and use in different ways.
Yeah, the corporations have got sub-corporations. You don't just play Wayland, you play a division of Wayland. You don't just play one of these cloning guys, you play a super secret division that specializes in mind psyops and crazy games like that. I mean, it's really awesome the way that the story in the cards, each individual card tells a little story, and it's just like the card abilities combo off each other, the story combos off each other as well. You know, like you play 3 cards in a row and it tells an actual traceable event.
For the most part, they all hang together extremely well. All these cards, like in the story, they hang together brilliantly.
Now, if you're going to get into Netrunner, you need obviously the core box of the game, and it's about $50 for everything you need to play both the corp and the runner. It's 2 games in one.
Or is it 3?
It's really 3 games.
There's 3 games in this, and let us tell you about that. Look, the third game in Netrunner is this collectible card game aspect of the game where you can just construct and pull apart and do anything. It's unbelievable with the amount of combinations and how lost you can get in all the different cards that they produce.
Now, if you're thinking it sounds a lot like Magic the Gathering, I mean, yeah, well, you're right and you're wrong. It's designed by the same guy, Richard Garfield. But when Fantasy Flight took over the license and re-released this, they made it a living card game, they call it. It means there's no blind purchase model. It means when you buy a pack of cards, you get the same pack of cards every time. Every card I own, Richard owns. Every card he owns, I own. Which
is a beautiful thing, because as far as Magic the Gathering goes, that's the thing that kills you.
Now, if there's one expansion you're going to buy for Netrunner, it's the very first one. I mean, there's lots of expansions. There's these big boxes that, they focus on one corporation and one runner, and there's all these little boxes, and they come in sets of 6, and there's tons of them, but only the first one is the must-buy one. It's the one that's going to take the core box, it's It's going to boost it up a notch, just give it that little tiny kick in the butt to get it moving.
For me, the investment with this game, I'm monetarily invested up to my neck with this game because it is absolutely brilliant. But what I'm finding the problem is you need to be invested time-wise in order to be competitive. You need to pore over your books, you need to pore over all these different cards you've got and try different decks and different combinations, and which is a joy to do, but you got to have the time. You could play this game for 12 months and not get bored.
Yeah, I mean, I've logged almost 200 games, and it's just because I found little pockets of excellence where you can play against these different people, and it lets you evolve those ideas. And what's really great about Netrunner is the community is really strong. I mean, like, there's tournament communities, and there's leagues, and there's major ones in every city. There's podcasts coming out the wing wang. You can find this stuff everywhere.
Everybody is out there and they're playing this game because it is brilliant.
So it's definitely recommended for me. I think it's a 10 out of 10. It's easily in my top 3 favorite games ever of all time.
I'm going to go 9 out of 10 just because I don't have the time to invest in it as much as I would.
Thanks for watching Smashing Plastic. Look, if you liked what you saw, please hit the subscribe button, leave some comments down below, or you can find us on Twitter. I'm at Smashing Plastic, and if I ever let him out, he'll be at Axe Kicker Kelly. Thanks for your time. See ya.